So I know you've all been wondering, when are we going to talk about running Doom on something else? That'd be now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bog Panda. I'm Kelly at KELLYTHUL on social media. And joining me, as always,
I am Dr. Mike at Official Pagan on everything. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, head over to our merch store, pick up some t-shirts because you know what? This is going to be our biggest year yet. I'm calling it now. Biggest year yet. You're going to want to get ahead of the rush and get some t-shirts. Then you're going to come back, you're going to leave some more comments and free with your free subscription. You're going to realize when you come back is Hard No, the world's shortest podcast. You can binge it every single day, just knock out another couple hundred episodes. And when you finish it, do it again. Nobody's stopping you. They can't stop you. It's your right as a citizen of whatever country you're in.
yeah, and be sure to check out our very popular 400th episode that's out there because it's actually done really well on views. But probably to have the appropriate context, you should listen to the first 399 hard nose before 400. But it'll be
You'll
worth
have
the
no,
wait.
you'll be so lost.
Yeah,
There's
it's
just so
just
many different characters and plot threads.
wheels within wheels. It is a thing. Another thing is Doom. That's pretty smooth, huh?
It
How about
was.
that? So we've talked about playing Doom on a lot of different things, and we're gonna we're getting more selective in what we talk about. But this looked pretty cool. This looked actually very very cool. This is a gentleman. We'll include a link to his video in video description. But this was a kind of a fancy calculator with a good size display on it that he got for $10. Apparently, it was on sale because I think if you go out and look now for a comparable model, it's going to be a little bit more than that, but you're not talking three times as much as that. So it's still like an under $20 calculator that he did it up, and he got Doom 3 playing on it, Ultimate Doom, both with a controller and with touchscreen. And that's one nice thing about this calculator is it had a touchscreen, and it was actually pretty impressive. So what did you think when you got through that video?
So I'm at the point, just like everybody else, of course, where I'm convinced that Doom can run on everything with enough ingenuity and know-how. I don't have that sort of ingenuity or know-how, but people a lot smarter than me online who can do this kind of stuff do. Um, and I'm excited to see it. Like, even though we've seen it run on just about everything at this point, I still get excited when it's running on something else that I haven't seen it run on. So when you sent me the link for this video, I was just as excited as the first time somebody played Doom on something you're not supposed to play Doom on. It's it's equally exciting every time. I'm like a dog who saw something shiny and is chasing after it. So equally excited. Whenever I see these things though, and this one in particular, like there's certain ones where it's just like, oh, I could never do that because it just seems like things that are outside of what I have around me or could just make a quick Amazon order for. When I see something like this, it's dangerous because I feel like, oh, I could just go buy a calculator. I'll be playing Doom, but I can't.
Yeah, there's a few extra steps, but the interesting thing, and one of the, I think, although there's apparently a lot of paths to get Doom running on different things, but a good path to see is anytime you run into something that's running Android. And so that was kind of one of my big takeaways here is he was able to pretty quickly show how you would jailbreak this calculator to get to the operating system, the Android operating system, and see what apps are already installed, what kind of memory it had. And then he at the ready, and this is I think where you and I would run into a challenge, is like, well, yeah. And so then I put on this testing app and this and this, all these things like, okay, I got to find those, don't know where they're at. But there's a number one
The
out there,
video of
but
me would just be yelling, play Doom at the
it's right.
calculator.
Typing out Doom with numbers. Okay, D is like the fourth letter, four, you know, and but no, it didn't work out that way. But it was pretty impressive. So apparently there are a decent number of calculators out there that have Android running underneath them, and you can get to that. And he showed how to do that. And because it was Android, and he was able to also eventually kind of connect to Steam and do some things there, which was pretty impressive. So It was good. Where I get concerned on any of these is when I say, well, but then okay, we've done these things. If I have to press some buttons, great, I can figure that out. If I have to plug some things in, maybe put something on a micro SD card, can do. I'm all good there. But he's like, yeah, so I need to take the back off now and kind of check some of these things out, and let's remove the plate that covers the CPU. And I'm like, okay, now I'm in a strange land in areas I'm not qualified to be poking around.
Yeah, I was struggling to get the micro SD card in and out of a console today of a handheld that I recently ordered. So we're way beyond anything that I can accomplish at that point.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm kind of port limited. If what's involved, if I connect it to a port and I can make it work, I got a shot. But if it's like, well, you're gonna need to fiddle with it a little bit. Anytime like the words dip switch come up at some point in time in certain situations, not gonna happen. So but it was really cool. Be sure to check out the video. The quality of the screen was pretty great. And the gameplay looked really good. And better than 3DO Doom, 100% better than 3DO Doom. And
I
pretty
feel
cool thing.
bad for 3DO too.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing we throw out now to say it was better than that, which is not much.
For our game reviews, that should be a new thing. Like where does it fall? Just like we used to do with our Alice reviews of, what's the Pat Boone song? Where does it fall compared to 3DO Doom?
Which will be better.
Yeah. I
So,
think I think there's gonna be few things that fall on the other side of
yeah,
3DO Doom.
yeah. But I think we can tack that on at the end as kind of the Pat Boone one. And we still, thanks to one of our listeners who pointed out to us that we kind of fell down on the game of identifying Pat Boone songs for some of Alice's recent
Yeah.
releases. We have to go back and check where we failed you, and we will be doing a special episode to catch that up and get the full Pat Boone library up and running again.
I blame Kelly.
Fair enough. Anything else, sir?
No, no, I think that about covers it. I'm just excited to see what the next thing will discover somebody who's way better at this stuff, putting Doom on and making it play.
I'm thinking a Roomba. That's going to be the thing.
Bog Panda.